And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Nothing up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat.
I take a 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Hi out there, Sherman here. I'm doing a solo today, and the reason is because poor Mr. Peabody is laid up. How do you feel, Mr. Peabody?
Not too well, Sherman. I have a slight case of distemper.
Well, don't you worry, Mr. Peabody. I'll take the folks back into history today.
You're a dog's best friend, Sherman. Where do you plan to go?
I thought we'd go to Coney Island.
Sherman.
Sorry, Mr. Peabody. Today we shall meet that great physicist and astronomer Galileo. So I shall set Mr. Peabody's Wayback Machine for Pisa, Italy in the year 1592. Even without Mr. Peabody along, the Wayback responded in its customary flawless fashion, which is what Mr. Peabody would have said if he were here. In what seemed like no time at all, I was standing at the base of the leaning tower of Pisa. And there, pounding on the door, was the great man himself, Galileo.
Come on, open up the door.
Golly, Mr. Galileo, what seems to be the trouble?
Go away, kid.
But I'm here to help you.
Then get somebody to open the door.
Why do you want to get in there?
You see these two metal balls? One's a big and one is a small. I'm gonna go up in the tower and drop these two balls.
What'll that prove?
That they both will hit the ground at the same time.
This was a problem that only Mr. Peabody could solve. Hang on, Mr. Galileo. I'll be right back.
The solution is obvious, Sherman. The only way into the tower is through the locked door, and the only way to open a locked door is with a key.
Returning to Pisa, I took Mr. Galileo to the nearest locksmith.
Sure, I make you a key to open a tower, but it's a cost you 10 lira.
Gee, I've only got 3 Indian head pennies and a skate key.
That's no good.
What do you have, Mr. Galileo?
I got 3 Indian head skate keys and a penny.
That's not gonna get it either, Jack.
Again, it was a problem that only Mr. Peabody could solve.
My, you are certainly having your troubles.
It would have been so much easier if we'd gone to Coney Island.
You really have no problem, Sherman. Find a job for Galileo and earn the money for the key.
But the only things Galileo could do were dropping metal balls from leaning towers and astronomy. So he chose astronomy. Step right up, folks, and let the great Galileo tell your fortune by the stars.
I'm also read the palms and guess you wait. All for 10 lira.
Fortune-telling business was so slow that the only customer we got was a tall, dark man in uniform.
I see by the crystal ball that you are a tall, dark man in a uniform.
See, what else you can tell me, huh?
You in a law business.
Go on.
I'm also gonna tell you what you gonna do in the next 30 seconds.
What's that?
You gonna arrest the kid and me for telling fortunes without a license.
That's right.
We were thrown on the first gondola leaving for Switzerland, which meant we were exiled from Italy forever.
Well, kid, looks like I'm not gonna get into the tower to prove my theory.
Wait right here, Mr. Galileo. I'll be back.
You're like a bad penny, Sherman. You keep turning up with problems.
And this one's a Lulu.
Nonsense. You can get back into Italy by becoming national heroes.
How do we do that?
By taking advantage of your appetites.
And Mr. Peabody instructed me to take Mr. Galileo to the spaghetti eating contest in Paris, France.
The team who eats the most spaghetti will win.
Shot a meatball into the air, and we were off and eating. 5 hours later...
The winners are the astronomers.
Spaghetti being the national dish of Italy, we not only won 10 lira first prize, but were also made honorary citizens of Italy, just as Mr. Peabody had figured. 1 week later, we stood before the Tower of Pisa with the key that would open the door.
Well, here goes, kid. It's dark in here. I'll light a match.
It was then I smelled escaping gas, but before I could stop him, Galileo had struck. When the smoke cleared, the tower was still standing, although it was leaning, as it still is today. Galileo was free to prove his theory, so my job was done.
Oh, no, it isn't. Where did the escaping gas come from, and who had locked the door?
The gas came from an oven, and the door was locked by a mad Italian scientist.
What was a mad Italian scientist doing with an oven in the Tower of Pisa?
He was inventing a new pie.
Oh, no, Sherman. Not pizza pie.
No, chicken cacciatore.